Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. This is tip number 9 in my series of tips for Japan. I have my computer right here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I have it because this tips is going to be about Japanese customs. And some of them are less obvious to me since I am Asian, and some of the customs overlap different Asian cultures. So I'll start with that. So what I normally consider like normal Asian customs, taking off your shoes when you enter in someone's apartment. You'll actually notice specifically in Japan, there's usually this little area, and it's like it's level with when you walk in, but after that little box, there's the rest of the apartment is elevated. And that little area is specific for taking off your shoes. So you're supposed to take off your shoes before you even enter in the rest of the apartment. That's why there's actually like a different platform for it specifically. And there's actually slippers specifically for the bathrooms. Japan is very much about hygiene. And so if you're not wearing slippers in the house, there's slippers for you to use when you enter the bathroom. So if you think there's a line of slippers outside of the bathroom door, you might think that's strange, but that's what the purpose is. And so you'll probably be expected to use those. This could also be true if you're staying like in a hostel. I know hostels are kind of popular, especially among backpackers. So you'll most likely see that for sure. Another like normal Asian custom is slurping your food. So slurping your food in Asian culture is actually supposed to be a compliment. And although I specifically don't like it when people slurp their food, it's a nice thing to do when you're in Japan. I mean, you can always say oishi also, which means delicious in Japanese. And another common Asian custom is the belief in superstitions. In Japan specifically, they'll avoid the number four. I think, it's like the American 13 as the unlucky number. So for Japanese, it's the number four. And so, just some other things you'll notice when you're there, when you're walking or on an escalator or anything, you actually stand to the left and pass on the right. So it's different than what we do here in the States. You stand on the right and you pass on the left, but it's opposite that way. And despite the walking path being like that, driving also is like that too. So never mind. I was about to say something stupid. Also, if you're in restaurants, do not tip. You're not expected to tip. It will actually be seen as an insult. So yeah, just don't include tip when you're writing. There might even be a spot for a tip, but just ignore that. It's definitely not meant to be on purpose. Also, I know when you're traveling somewhere, it's very easy to want to take pictures of everything. But if you actually see a geisha, it's supposed to be customary that you don't take a picture of them. If you're looking around and you see geishas around, the locals will not have their phones out. You are expected to not photograph them. Don't really know the history behind that, but I remember I was told that I wasn't trying to take a picture, but I think we were in a museum or something and we came across that. Also, patting a child's head is rude. So if you know anybody who lives in Tokyo and you meet their child, don't pat their head. It's considered very rude. And then everybody knows that Japan is sensitive to tattoos. I mention it in some of my videos just to be aware of. It goes along with some of the tips I offer. But the sensitivity probably comes from the fact that Yakuzas pride themselves on their tattoos, which is perfectly fine. I mean, no judgment from me. But you might come across some establishments that have a sign on the window that says, if you have tattoos, you can't enter. I myself don't have any tattoos, so I've never come across any situation where I can elaborate on what happens if you have a tattoo and you try to enter. It's just, I mean, just be respectful. If you have a tattoo and you see a sign in the window that says you're not going to be given entry if you have tattoos, just don't try. I mean, I think that's a big thing. Americans want exceptions for them. They think, oh, it's fine, like, we'll just go in and see, ask for forgiveness. And I don't really follow that frame of mind. And it's actually funny because Americans are like the only like group of people who go somewhere and expect things to be how they are at home. So I mean, tattoos are widely accepted everywhere, not even in America, but just know that it's a sensitive issue if you're in Japan. Don't expect exceptions. Japanese people are very friendly. They are so polite, but when it comes to customer service, I mean, that doesn't mean you're gonna get customer service. If you ask for something customized, they might be like, oh yeah, sure, we can do that. And then when you get your order, it's not going to be customized. So the same thing with tattoos. If you have a tattoo and you want to go to a establishment that doesn't allow tattoos, don't try, because you know what? They are not like Koreans. They do not care. They will not let you in. It's not politeness above all else, although they are very polite people. And then last, you're expected to cheers before you drink. I mean, people just do it. You're on vacation, so you're going to cheers thing anyways. But yeah, you just raise your glass and just say "kanpai," which is cheers. So I hope you learned something, maybe something helpful. I will definitely elaborate about this later, because I mean, you could talk for days about customs in different countries. So yeah, hope you found that useful. Bye.